The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the raw and uncensored Ambitchious Podcast. I'm your host, the original HBIC, Katie Boyd. During our time here together, I will be instilling all of the strength, power, and determination you will need to use the very stones thrown at you to build your ultimate empire. We will redefine the word bitch from the derogatory to the acronym being in total control of herself. So let's adjust our crowns and prepare to live life ambitiously. Yeah, here I am, the original HBIC, Katie motherfucking Boyd. Welcome. And over here...
I like that little song.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I wrote it for you.
Thank you, honey.
That was after I wrote the
beautiful.
Go Fuck Yourself song to you. Over here
Very feisty.
is my main man, my ride or die, my homie, Matt Babine. What's up, brother?
What's going on, my love?
You know,
How are you today?
just chilling like a villain, relaxing like Michael Jackson.
That's right.
I like to bring those old school sayings back every so often.
That's awesome.
Today's Ambitchious Podcast is how to feel like you are enough just the way you are right at this moment. This is going to be a real deep dive today because I know I have been struggling with feeling like I'm enough. I always feel like I should be doing more, accomplishing more. I'm not doing enough. I'm not whatever enough. And that can really put you in a bad place, and it can really keep you from true success and happiness, which in my opinion, success really is finding happiness, whatever that means to you, right?
Absolutely.
So before we start the Ambitchious Podcast, I want to read the iTunes review of the week, and it is entitled Life Changing with 5 stars, and it's from Miss A.K. Condon. For anybody who is looking for a real discussion about life, Katie Boyd is the person to listen to. She makes you realize that you aren't the only one having those thoughts, but she will teach you how to rise above. Katie doesn't sugarcoat anything. She's nitty-gritty, crude, and real. Katie Boyd has honestly helped me get through some very difficult moments in life and guiding me to be the highest and best version of myself. Today is the day to change your life, so listen and laugh your way through it with Katie. Thank you, Miss Condon. Please email me at themisfitclub@gmail.com to receive your $100 gift certificate to use towards anything KBMFC related. And if you have not already gone over to iTunes to give the Ambitchious Podcast a review, what the fuck are you waiting for? Lazy.
I love that.
Takes 2 minutes.
Get out
Fuck.
there. Do it.
Do it now. Stop the podcast right now and do it. Do it. Do
Stop the
it.
podcast.
Yeah, well, you got to stop the podcast and then you can get back on.
Yes. All right.
But just do it for Christ's sakes. And if you already have, thank you from the bottom of my little black heart. And then some stuff coming down the pretty pink pipeline at KBMFC. We have a sound healing on Saturday, April 20th. It is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I've never done a Saturday afternoon, morning podcast ever in my life. Freaking sound healing. I'm at the podcast talking about sound healing. It's going to be lit. So what I'm saying to you guys is if you've never come over to KBMFC, come over for 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock yoga and meditation. And then right from yoga and meditation, we will go into a 2-hour of power sound healing
That's awesome.
and fire ceremony. That's going to be on April 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then if you haven't already saw my beautiful shirt, you got to pick one up. We will link it to the show notes. And when you get your Ambitchious T, please tag me on your social media. I will be DMing you to thank you and maybe giving you a little surprise present if you're lucky. And we have incredible retreats coming up, but one that I want to talk about right now is Portugal. We're going to the motherland. We are going and flying into São Miguel, which is where my family's from. And then we're going over to Pico, which is a smaller island. It's a volcanic island. It's gorgeous, beautiful beaches, gorgeous mountain. We're going to be staying in a villa in the forest, and we are going to be doing everything from yoga to meditation to some really deep spiritual work, all the while doing excursions every day, massages, eating incredible Portuguese food, and drinking. Because I'm sorry, like these people, like you go on a retreat and it's like sober and there's like just a lettuce leaf.
Yeah, no.
I need meat, I need cheese, and I need wine to make my spiritual awakening better. And more easy, right?
Right.
You got to check this place out. Go on KBMC website under events. Check this place out. It's incredible.
How many people?
It's breathtaking.
How many people?
We can only take 28 people.
Wow.
So it's you and I.
It's going to sell out very quickly.
And then 28 amazing, incredible souls. And if you room with someone, so if you bring a friend or your husband or whatever, it's actually way less money. But with everything, I think your airfare and your room and board and food and all your excursions and all your transportation, it's like $28.99.
That's awesome.
Like, how can you beat that?
No.
It's going to be sick. And for all you keto people or paleo people, I've already spoken to the executive chef that's going to be there, and we're going to have a smorgasbord. Is that how you say it?
I can't wait.
Smorgasbord?
Yes.
Is it a board or a smorgasbord?
Smorgasbord. Borg.
And Sullivan, is it a smorgasbord or a smorgasbord?
I believe it's with a D.
Well, a board. A board of smorg.
Another one I'm wrong.
Jesus. You said it's a smorgasbord.
I said Borg.
Yeah, we heard you.
I know.
You need to go back to school, man.
I gotta go learn something.
And if you want some good ass meat, go over to my Butcher Box code and you will get free bacon and a bunch of amazing goodies. And let me tell you,
who doesn't want free bacon?
I know I do. So all these things will be linked in the show notes. So don't get your titties twisted. Just go down to the show notes, check it out, go to visit the website and touch yourself lightly while you look at it. And we're moving on. So today is all about feeling like I am enough. And for all of you ambitches out there in ambitious land listening right now, I know that each and every one of you, and you can just lie your fucking pants off and say, I feel like I'm enough. Everybody in the world, whether you're the king of fucking a country or you're, whomever, sometimes struggle with not feeling like you're enough. Have you struggled with it?
Oh my God, absolutely.
And you do too, right? Yeah. Every day.
It comes up every now and then, and you need to be able to deal with it.
Every now and then, he says.
No, I mean, not all the time when I'm working or whatever, but there's times where it will creep up.
There's not one point of your day that you just have a little voice in your head that just says, Matt, work more, do more. Why aren't you richer? Why aren't you sexier?
Because I'm already sexy for my shirt, and I got to get my new shirt, my Ambitchious shirt.
I'm serious. Stop fucking red herring me.
I'm not red herring nothing. Okay, and listen to me. No, I know that I'm enough.
Yes, you are
because you know what? Know why I know I'm enough? Because I've been working at it for the last 15 years. But even though I've been working on it deeply, working on it, really focusing on being enough, it does creep in. It does creep in, and it used to creep in a lot more. But now I recognize it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, wait, why am I upset about this? Or why am I not, upset? Why am I beating myself up about this?
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. So I kind of try to
Thanks
install
for that, Matt. You
stuff.
made everybody feel really good out there. You're so fucking perfect. Go screw.
I'm not perfect.
Seriously, go screw. Well, I'm not perfect, like Matt Babine. So I'm going to tell you the way that I help myself feel like I'm not enough. And Matt will every so often just chime in.
I'll chime in when I feel like I can contribute.
Well, you should feel like you're not enough now because I'm shaming the fuck out of you.
You don't want to shame me.
Right. Oh, I'm gonna fucking ring a bell and make you walk naked through the streets.
Why would you do that?
Because you're like Cersei Lannister.
Right.
You deserve it. So here are my top 5 ways that we can use, all of us, to accept the fact that we are enough just the way we are right now. Write it everywhere. Number 1, on your bathroom mirror with lipstick, on sticky notes in your planner, fridge, car, laptop, set reminders on your phone. I don't care if you have to hire a small plane to write I am enough over your fucking house every day and smoke.
I would love that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, Matt Babine.
Like the Wicked Witch of the West. Remember when she wrote give up Dorothy? What was it?
Yeah, give up
Dorothy. Was it Give Up Dorothy?
Give up Dorothy.
What did they write, Jill? You know fucking Wizard of Oz, back of your hand.
Oh, yeah, it was. That's what it was.
Surrender, Dorothy!
Surrender, Dorothy. Yes.
It was surrender?
Surrender.
Oh, man, I need to surrender right now.
I'm surrendering to my
I need a
enoughness.
fucking drink. We need to start doing the Ambitchious podcast with alcohol.
That would be fantastic.
Ambitchious triple X, that's what we'll call it. Except no one will be having sex with anybody because obviously I don't like my husband right now because he makes me feel like I'm not enough by saying he is enough.
I am enough, and
Listen,
you are enough.
You don't
too.
live with him.
There's
you
enough
don't know the
for everybody.
the psychoses that goes on in the Babine residence. So write that shit down. Take control. If you have to set reminders to remind yourself who the fuck you are and why you came to this earth, by all means, do it. Number 2, say it in your meditations. So obviously, I meditate twice a day. I have a mantra that I say that's transcendental. But lately, I've been really working on my I am enoughness. So during my meditations, I will actually say the mantra, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. And that's been helping me a lot.
That's huge. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're just installing that information into your mind and your subconscious mind, right?
Yeah, because it's all about the subconscious mind.
And it was funny because I was talking to the kids when I was teaching martial arts the other day, and I was talking about when I was competing. And I had a mantra before I really got into meditation and really getting into knowing why I didn't feel enough back then and certain things. It was kind of crazy. I had a mantra that before I would fight or get into a competition, my thing was, I'm fast as lightning, I never get tired. And I would say it over and over and over. I'm fast as lightning, I never get tired. I'm fast
try
as
doing
lightning,
that in bed, Matt.
I'm fast as lightning,
me.
and I never get tired.
Contrary-wise.
That was my sexy voice.
No, it wasn't.
And I never get tired. Except sometimes I'll get tired.
Hashtag Big Bernard.
But I do. You're a dynamo, so sometimes I get tired.
You should really say that, though, before.
I'm fast as, I don't want to be fast as lightning.
Well, I would like if you were.
I'm fast as lightning. Oh, and I'm never tired.
I would like if you were. Brace yourself,
Right,
Effie, I'm coming in.
Let's bring this. Let's bring it with the board on my back or whatever it is.
Oh my God. The other day, not to be off topic, but you know that is how the Ambitchious podcast rolls. Matt and I were talking about something and I was like, what do you want to do? You want to put me and bind me to a board? And like they used to do, like they would bind 2 people that were going to get married to a board and like make them sleep at night, bound together. Do you know this? It's like a religious thing.
I think I saw it on one of the shows.
And Matt's like, well, how do they have sex with it? Is there a hole in the board? Like, no, this is like about so that you don't get tempted.
So I started pissing my pants laughing. I'm just thinking to myself, taped to this board with a hole around my genitalia. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Where do you get these crazy things?
I'd like to crack you in the ass with a fucking board. Let me tell you. Old school friggin'.
All right. Let's get back on topic.
I don't even know what the hell we were talking about.
We were talking about mantra and talking about being enough. And,
yes.
Speaking
victory into yourself.
Speaking victory into yourself.
Because you know what it is? We wait for other people to speak victory into us.
Guess what?
You're going to be waiting a long time.
It ain't going to happen.
It ain't going to happen.
They're going to tell you how you're not enough all the time.
Yeah, unless you're around really high vibe people all the time that are always complimenting you and lifting you up because they realize that if they lift you up, they're lifting themselves up in turn, right?
Yep.
Number 3, know that the people that you are constantly trying to compare yourself to are most likely comparing themselves back to you or other people, right? Social media is a great way for, to connect to people and, get your word out and all these things. But the bottom line is
it will crush your soul.
It will crush your fucking soul, man. Because like I could be in a really good mood and then all of a sudden like I'll go on like Facebook and I'll just start scrolling and then you like see like animals being tortured, people talking about their shitty lives, like all like people with illness and disease, and you're just like, oh my God. Or
I unfollow anything I see that's freaking wacky. I just like, this person's gone.
No, I agree.
That person's gone.
It's so hard. I won't
defriend them, but I'll just unfollow them. I don't
how courteous of you, Matt.
I mean, it's
such a good person.
I am such a good person, and I am enough. So I will just, what do you call it? Not follow them.
Yes.
But I will not make them feel like they're not enough.
Yes, you won't.
By unfriending them.
Oh.
So see, I'm very
like
conscious.
some people I know in my life.
Oh, there's some people
that just went on an unfriend blocking spree. And then try to fucking refollow the people that they already unfollowed. You're a dumb motherfucker.
Not good.
We know all your games, you sick fuck.
And what do you call it? Gaslighting?
Yeah, you gaslighting narcissist. But seriously, like, other than the bad, like, low vibe shit on Facebook and, Instagram and social media, sometimes, like, I'll look through like my Instagram feed or my Instagram stories of like people that I know, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, they're so ripped, they're so in shape. Oh my God, they're working out again. Fuck, I could go work out. Oh my God, they're in Bora Bora. Oh, they just bought like a new Chanel bag. Oh, look at their Maserati. It's like,
and we talk about this all the time, and it's everyone's highlight reel. It's never real. It's their highlight reel. They could be the most depressed person or sad person, or you don't know what's going on in their personal life, but they show these pictures and these images, and everything is perfect and great. Or, and it was a study done on this. I think it was a guy on Tom Bilyeu's show who was talking about how the brain, we're not even sure how the brain works as far as seeing all these images and constantly comparing themselves to you.
Absolutely.
Right? Because we're only supposed to be in this little area with about maybe 5 or 6 people.
Well, your brain is wired to be just your tribe or just your village. And now we can see what's happening all over the world. And we're just drowning in overload of information. And I think it's really... like from a neurological standpoint, I think it's fucking with our brains. And I think that's why a lot of people are depressed and have anxiety and they're overwhelmed, because it's just like so much shit coming in at you at one time. So I think, limiting your social media and knowing like, what I'll do is I'll just like follow certain people that make me happy. And when I see something that maybe rubs me the wrong way, like I'm like, oh, I don't really need to follow you anymore because you're not really bringing anything to the table that interests me anymore.
Right.
I'm not talking about friends. I'm talking about like random people that you follow on Instagram and stuff,
Gotcha.
But just realize, like, even though you guys, I talk about this all the time, I still look at social media and feel shitty about myself. And I'm pretty trained.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing is, how much social media do you really want to look at? I mean, I love a digital detox. I absolutely love Sunday for that reason.
Yeah.
Actually, even when I'm working during the week, I don't really go on. Like, we'll post things that we have to for our work and stuff like that. But if everyone can get down that rabbit hole, like if you have that little bit of time and you're just like, hey, I wonder what's going on. Oh my God. And if you measure the feelings afterwards, right?
Every time you pick up your phone, you start doing that, it takes you like so long to get back into the thing that you're supposed to be doing, like work or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're constantly just switching hats because you're like, oh, social media, type some stuff. Oh, Facebook, type some stuff. And it's just like, you get shit done. You get nothing done.
No, they have that thing on your phone where it tells you, it says, oh, you have spent, and something this week came up, like 14 hours on social media. I'm like, what the hell? There's no way I spent 14 hours. I'm like, oh my God. I was listening to audiobooks on, what do you call it? YouTube.
YouTube is social media.
It's taping that time.
Yes.
I'll listen to like 3 hours, 4 hours here, whatever, when I'm driving.
Yes.
Or in between. I was like, I'm a loser. I was like,
oh, look, Matt doesn't feel like he's enough. The truth fucking comes out.
But I had to go and I had to follow the breadcrumbs. Because I am enough, and I knew I was listening to real quality.
Right. You're listening to quality shit. You're not just like looking at people's shitty lives on Facebook.
God, that would make me feel really like I was.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes I do, absolutely. And
it doesn't trigger you. I get triggered from it. Like usually. I will literally like text Jill and I'll be like, did you see what that bitch just wrote on Facebook? And then I'm like, what am I doing? I'm ambitious. Ambitious people don't do that.
But sometimes ambitious people need to remember.
Sometimes they need to check themselves before they riggedy wreck themselves.
Riggedy wreck themselves.
Number 4, make a list of all the things you've accomplished. Oh my God, this has helped me so much. So much. So I have a notebook. That's kind of like my journal. So it's like my journal, things I have to accomplish. Like I write out my days in there. I write out events, like, how I keep track of who's coming to what and what's happening and when and all this stuff. So it's just like a journal, like a plethora journal of all these things, right? Yes. And what I started doing was, I don't know where the hell this came from. Swear to God, like I didn't get it from anybody else. It just like came to me. And I was like, I need to start writing down all the things every month that I've accomplished. Because I need to remind myself of the fucking shit that I do. Like, because what happens is, right, we do something big. Like I just spoke not too long ago at Bunker Hill Community College for the Women's History Month.
That was awesome, by the way.
It was amazing.
That was great.
And thank you, Kevin Weary, for having me over there and trusting in me that I could do a good job.
Did a fantastic job.
But it's funny because I was like saying to Matthew the other day, I go, oh my God, I feel like I just spoke at Bunker Hill Community College like 10 years ago. And he's like, Katie, it was last Tuesday or something like that.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Or whatever. And I'm just like, that's so whacked out. So what I started doing is I went back in my day planner because I kick it with an old school like day planner. I love to write in a day planner. I don't use my phone for any of that kind of stuff. I just don't like it. Doesn't feel good to me. And I was looking through my day planner and I was like, oh my God, like I've done Kripalu, I've done all these sound healings, I've done spirit days, I've done all these events, I've done Reiki things, all this stuff. And I'm like, damn, like look at all the shit that I've done from January 1st to like now. And I wrote it down by month. And I even wrote, like, because I was really sick in January, and I wrote in there, I was really sick for like weeks, and I never missed one day of work.
And I was like, it was funny when you said that. I was like, you never missed one day, because I knew you were feeling that crappy.
Oof.
And
Plague.
Not good. But no, I love it because, you know, you're an overachiever type person, obviously. And you'll say to me sometimes, what am I even doing? Anyways, you know, I know when she's getting burnt out.
All the
like,
time.
Oh, God, Katie's getting burnt out. What am I even doing?
Mind you, this is every day.
Doing? And I go like this, like, I haven't heard any of that since you were like, now it's like, oh, my God, I really was able to accomplish a lot. And it's only, you know, only like the first 3 months of the new year, and you were able to do a lot. But even me, I haven't done that type of thing. But all the stuff that I did, you know, like speaking at regional, and doing, by the time you add it all up, all these different things you do,
wow,
right?
It's insane.
Or parent classes, or motivational classes, or just regular stuff. I mean, you wrote down all the things that you were in your mind that you did big things, but you were doing a million other things at the time simultaneously.
I know, and by writing them down and seeing everything I accomplished from staying consistent with putting out a podcast every Tuesday. I have never, since January we started this podcast, I've never missed 1 week.
No.
Ever. No. Right, yeah. Mr. Ed Sullivan?
Since July, you mean. July, right?
Yeah,
since
you
July.
are the most consistent.
Ooh.
Very consistent.
Do I get a badge or a cookie or something?
Some others haven't missed a week, but you're always
consistent.
Well planned, and you're anticipating the weeks that you know you've got other plans.
Yes. See?
Absolutely.
And I was like, that's a win. Thank you, Mr. Ed Sullivan.
You got a lot of wins, so you are enough, right? When it comes to all these things.
But seeing it really drives it home. But if you're just running around like, now I'm on to the next thing and looking for the next high and looking for the next score, and like it sounds like it's like addiction.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not feeling enough, right?
And time is skewed. You know, I mean,
oh my God,
you can.
So
that's
skewed.
why I think when you were like, how long ago was that speech? And I was talking with my business partner, Jeremy. You feel time is skewed? Like we just did this and then it's time to do this. And he's like, Matt, it's so screwed up. It's not even funny.
Right.
The days are running into each other. It's
I was thinking
crazy.
the other day about Kripalu, and I like pushed Kripalu for like fucking 9 months. And like you're doing it, and then all of a sudden it happens and it's gone, and you're like, where did that all go? Yeah, same thing with like Portugal. You know, I'm talking about Portugal, and everyone's like, well, October is really far away. And I'm like, it's not. Like it comes and goes. Fast. It's like the day that we got married. Yeah. After planning our 55 weddings, that wasn't good enough for our family to attend.
It's okay. It worked out just fine.
Yeah. But on the day of my wedding, I'm walking down the aisle in Hawaii at the Four Seasons, and I'm like, oh my God, like this was in the making for so long. And then tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be married, and it's going to be like, poof, over.
But we still had another week in Maui. That was good.
Well, that didn't hurt.
That didn't hurt.
But it's crazy. Time is so skewed. So write down all of the things that you've accomplished, even if it's something small as like staying consistent on your meal plan for a week. That is a huge win.
It is a win.
It's a huge win. And then last but not least, vent it out. Sometimes you just need to get it out. Feeling like you're not enough plagues probably, I would say, about 98% of the human race. Talk to a friend or a loved one or a therapist if you need to, or a healer, or even just opening your journal and just free writing can help you move that low vibrational, dense, heavy energy out so that you can actually do the real work, which is the inside job, which is you.
Absolutely.
You know, Matt gets mad at me because I like vent to him, and it's like he's like, why are you telling me all these things? And I'm just like, sometimes I just need to like talk about it. Like sometimes people move energy where they like go horseback riding, or they play like sports or whatever. For me, I'm a vocal person. I need to say the things to hear them, to move them. You're not like that.
Yeah.
Matt's not like that.
I've learned something now. Now I know next time that you want to vent to me, I'm going to be like, vent ahead. Go for it. Vent. Baby vent.
You know what it is too? He's a Virgo. Matt's a Virgo. Things. Fucking pricks. And Matt's a Virgo, so he goes right into like when I vent, he goes into trying to fix it, and I'm like, bro, I'm not asking you to fix it.
Sorry.
I just want you to hear me. listen, and you don't even have to say anything. But sometimes just like you letting it come out of your vessel moves the energy.
You know something?
You should be a little bit more understanding, asshole.
I actually got it right now. Finally. I had to take this podcast today, this moment in time. I'm writing it down right now.
Mind blown.
Today, I learned to be what?
Not a dick.
A listener. A good listener. Not a dick. Yeah, that's a good way. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, Matt.
All right.
Thank you so much for being.
On that note,
yeah, fuck off.
Thank you very much.
Fuck you, Matt. Thank you so much for being crusaders of the ambitious movement. And like I always say, see you next Tuesday. This prick over here is gonna get it.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.